Good day, sir. I am Sankaran. I am here to talk about the local self-government. First of all, India is a democratic country, so it has three governments. First, central government. Second, state government. Third, local government. The central government takes care of the whole India. The state government takes care of a particular state like Tamil Nadu for us. But the local government takes care of the city takes care of a city of a state like Madurai. So we have local governments to support us. First of all, the local government is being supported under two amendment acts. First, the 73 Amendment Act and the second 74th Amendment Act, which gives recognition and protection to local government, and in each edition has its own local government legislation. And it has around 2,67,428 local bodies. And it has two types. The local self-government is divided into two types. One is rural local self-government, and the second one is urban local self-government. In the 2,67,420 local bodies, around 2,62,771 are rural. So these come under three types. First, Zilla Panchayats, that is Zilla Parishads, and Panchayat Committees and Gram Panchayats. The Zilla Parishads have 632 bodies, the Panchayat Committees have 6,672 bodies, and the Gram Panchayats have 2,55,466. The rural local government takes care of the rural areas like villages in the cities. In Madurai, there will be rural areas around Madurai. So the rural development department will take care of the villages. The rural local self-government was divided into Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, Jilla Parishad. As I told before, it is under village level, block level, and district level. Jilla Parishad. Jilla Parishad is the third tier of the Panchayat system. This rural self-government is working on the basis of the Panchayati Raj system, which is under 73 Amendment Act composition. The Jilla Parishad has its members like Pradhans are chairman of the Panchayat committees, and it has BDOs, block development officers, and MPs, member of parliament, and MLA, member of legislative assembly of the district, and one of the representative from each of the cooperative societies of the district. First of all, there will be the representative can rule around 5 years. In case of any discrimination or any bribe collected by him, there will be election conducted within the incident happened within 6 months. Functions. It functions to provide essential and services and facilities to the rural population, like planning of the development programs for the rural areas, to build toilets or to build their own houses, and also supply seeds to the farmers in case of any emergency, or in case of some disaster happened. And they have to build some schools for the children of the villages, and also for build healthcare centers and hospitals in the villages, and construct bridges or transportation, and execute plans for the development for the scheduled caste, mostly scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, for their development to bring them on the society to a particular level, and also provide funds and encourage the entrepreneurs, and also supply some work for the poor and needy peoples, like 100 rupees per day work the government is having 100 days work scheme, which is very helpful to the needy people. Panchayat Samiti is the intermediate body which will coordinate with the village panchayat and the Jilla Parishad and Jilla Gram Panchayat and Jilla Parishads. And it has various names across the states. In Andhra, it is termed as Mandal Parishads. In Gujarat, it is termed as Taluk Panchayat, and in Karnataka, it is Mandal Panchayat. The composition takes down to have a Taluka Panchayat composed of the relative members of the area, who is being selected by the people of the rural area, and also Sarpanch, presidents of the Panchayats, who is being selected as the president of the rural area, and BDOs, block development officers, member of parliament MPs, member of legislative assembly MLAs and MLCs of that area, and the chairpersons of the town area committees or nagar panchayats of the area. Here also the term goes on 5 years for the selected person. If there is any discrimination or any bribe collection, he will be depromoted, and there will be election within 6 months. Function. The Panchayat Samiti collects all the prospective plans prepared by the Gram Panchayat level and the Jilla Parishad, so they can interpret the plans and bring them with the better plans and implement in the rural areas, and also providing financial works and social welfare and area development, like providing good roads, and also prioritizing the houses with the address. Gram Panchayat. Gram Panchayat, the local self-government organization in India of the Panchayat Raj system, under the Panchayat Raj system. It is the base of the Panchayat Raj system. It works based on 79th Amendment Act. The Gram Panchayat is headed by the Sarpanch, who is elected by the elected by the members of the rural area. And composition. And the composition comes on the Sarpanch member, and the Taluka officer, and also vice president of the Gram and Sabha. He is known as the ex officio members of the Gram Panchayat. They are assisted by 5 to 31 Panchayat members. And here also the term comes on 5 years. In case of any bribe collection or any discrimination, he will be within the act, within the incident, there will be real action within 6 months. It functions also is to provide sanitation and provide drainage system for the poor people. So to construct toilets under Swachh Bharat for the Clean India movement, and also provide medication and transportation facilities in case of any emergency epidemic situations, and supply drinking water, and mostly repair constructions, and also protection of the public streets. And also in case they are collecting the taxes to improve the roads and features of providing electricity, providing internet, and also providing good water facilities areas, and also providing the needables for the needy peoples, and also for the eatables and the consumables for the consumers of the rural area. Here comes the urban local self-government. It is also known as a municipality. The municipality is also called as urban local self-government. It comes under Act. It comes under the Act 74th Amendment Act, which 1992, which provides the constitutional status to the municipality by providing helps and some scheme, most of the schemes to the urban area. Like we are in Madurai, we are the urban area. And the urban local self-government is divided into 3 types: Nagar Panchayat, Municipal Council, and Municipal Corporation. Municipal Corporation. Municipal Corporation is a local government in India that administers urban areas with a population of more than 1 million. the growing population in urbanization leads to formation of cities, mostly under the it is held on under the Act 74th Amendment Act. It comprises of the ward member. He is called as councillor, and the composition members are MPs, MLAs, and also has some seats scheduled for the scheduled caste and the scheduled types and backward classes and women, for them the empower and bring to such positions functions. The urban planning, including they help in town planning, like constructing bridges and roads and many other things in construction, and also in providing land registration, and also helping in a social development, like creating a economical environment, and also in the eco-friendly environment, and also providing sanitation and public health by cleaning the roads, and also the drainage system every day and every month, every week. And also there will be fire services in case of any emergency, in fire accident, they will extinguish the fire. Composition. Composition. The members of the Nagarpalika are elected representatives for a term of 5 years. Consists of a ward member who is selected by the ward people, and also the ward president who is selected by the certain area, and the employees of the government, and the employees of the government, including chief officer, town planning engineer, and sanitary inspector in case of any leakage of to check the sanitation happening around the area, and also providing good services, and also PWD, Public Welfare Department, to provide public welfare schemes for the people. Functions as before, it is also providing water supply, hospitals for medication, roads, street light for to go on in night times, to walk or ride in night times, drainage for sewage system, fire brigades as fire department, marketplaces to provide to sell and buy goods, and also in hospitals they provide records of the children born as birth certificate, and solid waste management, segregating the biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste, and maintaining gardens and parks and playgrounds, providing education to unprivileged children, like giving the basic study up to 12th. So it is mandatory to study, so that there will be no poverty in the urban area and the rural area. Here comes the Nagar Panchayat, mostly known as Notified Area Council, NAC. In India, is a settlement transition from the rural to urban. This Nagar Panchayat will help the rural areas to become as a urban area. If there is a population around 11,000 to 25,000, that population doesn't matter. They have to improvise the environment of the rural area to become as a urban area. Because mostly the urban area will be consist of 1 lakh people mostly. The composition consists of chairman with the ward member, and minimum of 10 elected members and 3 nominated members by the ward people and the area people. They are started on the basis of the adult franchise, as they have to be above 18, and mostly to elect and also to qualify you have to be about 25. The councillors or ward members are chosen by the direct election from the electoral wards in the Nagar Panchayat. As we say, in a ward there will be ward peoples, and they select a ward member as a councillor. Here comes the 73rd Amendment Act, which provides the which came on 1992 and was forced to implement on 24th April 1993. It provides constitutional status for the Panchayat Raj system, which is rural local self government, and also in providing sanction to establish the democracy to every people, so that no man is discriminated under the law or the act, and also it also extended to the tribal areas to bring the tribal peoples to a uplifted society. Uh, the amendment contains mostly devolution of powers and responsibility to provide the people a better life and economic development plans, and also social justice in case of any discrimination provided by some strangers or any big guys. Big guys, as I refer to, landlords or uh, money minded guys. That aims to provide a three-tier system of Panchayat Raj system for all states having a population of more than 2 million. As I said, it was 2 million. The It comes under certain areas. It also aims to provide scheduled castes and scheduled tribes to bring up their life to a better level by providing them seats, and also providing funds, and also providing discounts, and also providing less marks, so providing their job vacancy for them, to provide them with low marks they can get the job easily. And also for women empowerment, women empowerment, the women can be brought under as a ward members, and also as a in MPs, MLAs, CM, even the CMs. um, that's all. And also in 74th Amendment Act, it is helpful for urban local bodies, mostly city governments, as the lowest unit of the governance in cities and towns. It is initiative in 1993 was built upon the premise the power in a democracy rightful belongs to the people. Mostly the people should be governed with every rights, so no one will not be discriminated or any offended by the law. The act describes the changes to setting up of ward committees, district planning committees, metropolitan planning to become the city as metropolitan city, and committees to coordinate planning across uh, justification of laws, and setting up of rural development acts. On third, the total number of seats to be reserved for women. On third of seats reserved for SC and STs also reserved for as women. It comes under Article 243D. So it aims to provide a good constitutional economy, and also justice rights to the people of the ward. It aims to provide the every rights to and every laws and every facilities to the urban local self government. It helps for the urban local self government. And also the salient features of the 73rd and 74th Amendment Act. The 3 days of Panchayat at village levels below 20 lakhs, and all of seats are filled by the direct elections. Seat reserved for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and also women empowerment. And also uniform 5-year term and election to constitute new bodies. At the independent election commission in each state for the superintendents and the action of the control of electoral rolls, Article 243K. 74th Amendment provides for a district planning committee to consolidate the plans prepared by the panchayats and municipalities. Funds are helpful for the development of the nation and also for the country. These funds came by taxes, GST and SGST. As a financial commission in each state to determine the principles on the basis of which adequate financial resources would be ensured for panchayats and municipalities by Article 243I. And also I would try to retell the 74th Amendment Act. It also marks to help the municipal corporation and other panchayats and also municipalities to bring up their plans to execute to the execution level and implementation act. And also it helps in a larger level to provide the service providers and to provide water, waste management, electricity, and so on. And that's all. Thank you.